This story goes back 22 years, back to a night that's been burned into my memory ever since. I was just a child, sleeping in the same room as my family, all of us tucked in for the night. Sometime in the deep, quiet hours, thirst pulled me from my sleep. I remember reaching over to the bedside table, where we always kept a glass of water, but my hand found nothing. That's when I noticed it. The door to our room, which was always shut tight, was slightly ajar. A sliver of light from the hallway cut through the darkness, and my sleepy eyes tried to make sense of the shadows. Standing just outside the door was a figure, a lady, draped completely in white clothes. Her hair was just as white, long and wispy, framing a face that was just staring directly at me. The air in my lungs turned to ice. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. Then, the corners of her mouth pulled back into a smile. It wasn't a friendly smile. It was chilling, something that didn't belong in the middle of the night. She slowly raised her hand, palm up, and beckoned to me. Her fingers curled, again and again, silently calling me. I was paralyzed with a kind of fear I'd never known. I tried to scream, to wake my parents who were sleeping just feet away, but no sound would come out. My throat was clamped shut. My entire body started to tremble uncontrollably. I squeezed my eyes shut as tightly as I could and started praying, just repeating a desperate plea in my head for this to end, for her to go away. I yanked the bedsheet up over my head, creating a flimsy barrier between me and the horrifying sight in the hallway. I huddled under there, shivering and praying, for what felt like an eternity. Eventually, pure exhaustion must have taken over, because the next thing I knew, it was morning. The sun was streaming in, the room was bright, and my family was starting to stir. The night felt like a nightmare. I scrambled to tell them what I had seen. I described the woman in white, her terrifying smile, the way she called to me. I needed them to believe me, to comfort me, but they just exchanged looks. They told me it was just a bad dream, that my imagination had run away with me. "You were just dreaming," they said, "nothing else." But I knew what I saw. I wasn't dreaming. The clarity of that memory, the visceral fear, it was real. It hurt deeply that no one believed me. It made me feel so alone with this terrifying secret. To this day, 22 years later, the memory sometimes surfaces when I'm alone in the dark. The image of her white hair, that chilling smile, it still sends a shiver down my spine. It may be easy to dismiss it as a dream or a child's fantasy, but for those who have had their own unexplained encounters, you'll understand. That night, I also learned that some things don't need to be believed by others to be true for you. Thank you so much for listening to my story. It means a lot to finally share it with people who might understand. If you have a similar experience, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel for more stories. It really helps a lot. Thanks again for watching.